Welcome to Career Uprising. I'm your host and professional career coach, Lorraine Rise. Join me as I guide you through an amazing journey of self-discovery and empowerment. If you are looking for work, changing careers, or stuck in a toxic job, then this is the show for you. I offer both practical and spiritual guidance to help you up-level and advance your career. Let's start the uprising. Hey, everybody, you are listening to episode 35, New Year, New Career. Hey, everyone, welcome to the show and welcome to 2019. I'm so excited. I love New Year's, and this is the first episode of the new year, whenever you might be listening, but if you're listening pretty close to real time, it's 2019 now, so I'm really excited to kick off a fresh round of shows for you. I have quite a few topics and just good things for us to dig into that I'm planning out for the rest of 2019 with this show. So if you've already been listening and you're carrying through to 2019, thank you. If you've just found me, this is a good time to jump on the train and join me. I've got a lot of great shows in store for you, and I love new beginnings. I really do. New Year's is I think it is my favorite holiday. It's also, for me, just a big month. It's my wedding anniversary and my daughter's birthday. And there was just another birth in my family on New Year's Day. So a whole nother, not my baby, but another baby in my family was just born. So this January is just a big month. I guess that's how I like to roll. I like to get things going off strong here at the start of the new year. So thanks for joining. I will let you guys know I have just a little smidge of a cold. It's dead winter, right in the middle of winter here. So if my voice sounds at all different maybe than used to, that's why. But I wanted to get this show out to you guys. So here we are, right? So if you're new to my show, then let's get acquainted for just a second. I'm Lorraine, and I'm a passionate, energetic career coach whose mission in life, I would say, is to help people to get over the idea that work is just work and it's supposed to be bad, like it's just supposed to be work. It doesn't have to be that way. You can love your career. You can design it intentionally and have it work for you so that you're not just working in it. It's actually working for you. I really believe that. So a couple of ways that you can connect is I have a Facebook group that's growing, and it's easy to find. It's by the same name as this show, Career Uprising, kind of a little place where I and all of my listeners and groupies kind of hang out a little bit. I'd love for you to join. So just hop over. You can even do it now while you're listening and request to join the group Career Uprising. You'll get even more access to me. I'll answer your questions and celebrate your successes, share tips and articles. And of course, you'll be the first to hear about new and upcoming shows that are coming out. So you can also join my email community. Just go to my website. It's worksmartcounseling.com. And I have a free gift that is waiting for you when you opt in, and you'll love it. So thank you for joining me, and this is a good time to go ahead and take care of those things. Connect with me some way in addition to this show, because there's a lot more ways that I can help you. So I also want to take a minute before we kind of get into our topic, which is really just kind of the new year and how everyone's looking for a new career, and a couple things I think that you need to know if you're planning to job search. But I want to share with you guys kind of a personal and professional milestone that I hit just a little while ago, just at the end of 2018. And I want to share this as hopefully some inspiration for you, but also an invitation and something that might benefit you also. But I recently achieved a major goal of mine, and I have to say, one that I had been somewhat reluctant about for a while, but not anymore. I recently wrote a short book. Yes, a book. I'm so excited. It's an ebook, but it's a book nonetheless, and I believe it to be powerful and inspirational. I wrote this book actually a couple of years ago, and I've been sitting on it for a while, about 2 years or more. I think I started writing it 3 years ago when I started my coaching practice, and I finished it about 2 years ago. But yeah, it's one of those things that I started way back when I first started my coaching practice, but I'm only now getting it out there and publishing it and sharing it with the world. And it took me a while, quite honestly, to just be ready. The book was ready. That I knew, but I wasn't ready. And it's just funny how that works sometimes. Sometimes I think our inspiration precedes our courage a little bit, and that's okay. That's normal. But I didn't want to wait any longer. It was nagging me, oh my goodness, so much. I was like, really, Lorraine, are you going to let another year go by with this just collecting dust? And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. So here I am, and it's called Career Uprising: Unlock Your Potential and Advance Your Career. And it reveals to you the exact process that I've used in my own career to create my own career transformations and achieve the level of success that I have now. And I've gone from working long hours and commuting long hours and never really making more than about maybe $50,000 a year at best. And that just didn't work for me. That wasn't the future that I wanted to see for myself long term. So a couple of years ago, I committed to making massive changes in my life. And boy, did I. Now I work for myself, doing what I love and serving the world and making more money than I've ever made. And I'm happier than I've ever been as well. That's the really significant part of it, right? So if you want that too, then go out and get the book. It's only a couple of bucks. It's really inexpensive. Ebooks aren't very much. And it won't even take you that long to read, but I've put massive value into it. I really hope that you will see that. So you can get it instantly too. No need to wait for shipping. You can just go to Amazon. If you have a Kindle, great. You can read it that way. If you don't, that's okay. You don't have to have the Kindle device. You can just get the free Amazon Kindle app, and then you can download it and read it right away on any device, on your mobile phone or on your laptop. And I would love to know what you think, and if you think it helps you and it serves you. But I definitely know a little something about fear and self-doubt and achieving goals and being visible and putting yourself out there, taking risks, taking chances. And so this book is really going to walk you through the process. And there's 4 critical areas that I walk you through that you need to learn to master in order to bring about any kind of change. And the cool thing is, it's not just in your career, it's in your whole life. I think that you will find I wove the theme of careers throughout the book, but only loosely. It's actually much, much broader than that and very easy to apply to any aspect of your life that you want to make a change in. So, all right, there it is. I put it out into the world. So go to Amazon, get the book Career Uprising, and let me know what you think of it if it helps you. I'd love to know. All right, so it's the new year. It's 2019, and what does that mean for a lot of people? Well, it means probably a new career or job searching of some kind. So if that's you, you are in very, very good company. This is one of the most popular times for people to get out there and job search, right? It's a New Year's resolution, that type of thing. So it also means this time of year that my schedule gets pretty full too because of that. There's a lot of people out there who want coaching or new resumes and things like that. And I've coached well over 200 clients in the last couple of years. So I see job seekers with various levels of knowledge and comfort and things like that when it comes to navigating the job search process. And I see the differences between those who are successful and those who just complain basically and, kind of badmouth recruiters or complain about different things on social media, why they're not employed and why it's not their fault and all this stuff. And I have to tell you, I actually had to unconnect with a follower of mine recently because of the negativity that I constantly saw him putting out there with all these excuses for why he wasn't being hired and why it wasn't his fault and this and that, and just had a negative comment for everything. And I'm sharing this with you because it's very representative of how things are today with the job search. It's all on social media, and we're going to talk about this in a second. It's digital, really, and it's very transparent in a lot of ways, and you really have to be aware of that. So if you haven't job searched in a while, and that's even just a couple of years, listen up, because I'm going to walk you through today 3 things that I think you need to know about the modern job search today in 2019. So, and that's one of them. There's, first of all, that everyone can see what you put out there, whether it's positive or negative. So you really, really have to put some thought and intention into who you are online and what you post and things like that. But so if you're planning, like I said, to change jobs this year, consider what's changed in the last few years and what you might not know. And what you might not know might hurt you. So I'm going to use today's show to outline what I think are probably the 3 most critical changes to the job search over the last couple of years that I think that you need to be aware of. All right. So let's go for it. Let's dive in here. So the 2019 job search, number 1, it's digital. Okay. So like I just shared with the one person in my network who I kind of unfollowed because I didn't want to see that. And if I don't want to see that, employers don't want to see that. Trust me. Okay. So, let's think of it this way. We all know how much online job boards have really changed the job search process. But hear this, guys. Okay. The onset of technology doesn't give you carte blanche to go just dump your resume online on every job board or just go say whatever you want on social media. If you have done those things, it's okay. I forgive you. Millions of other people have, right? Especially with the job boards. I used to do a lot of that too. But the best use of technology in your job search is for connection. It really is. Your best use of this platform and this instant, feedback and instant connection we have with everybody is in a positive way. So staying in touch with bosses and colleagues and customers. These are the people who are your future champions that will likely refer you to open positions. Referrals always have been and still are the most preferred hiring method. They really, really are. So I want you in 2019 to make them an intentional part of your strategy. So, and that's LinkedIn, Facebook, all of them have just revolutionized the way that we stay in touch with people and the way that we make new connections and even how and where we perform our work. And those are all really, really good things. A lot of people are calling it the digital transformation, right? So the sooner you embrace the digital transformation, the better off you'll be. So the good news with this is that jobs are readily available and accessible online. It's quick and it's easy to apply, and that has its benefits. It's a good thing, but it almost makes it too easy. It makes it too easy for you to hide behind your computer with the illusion of making progress, and you're really not. All right. And we tend to actually, believe it or not, lose connection with people, even though we have the ability to instantly connect with people all over the world, just like that. It's funny and kind of ironic how we kind of don't connect with people in a way, or it's not as meaningful. So that's my challenge for you, is to find a good balance there. And yes, embrace the digital and somewhat transparent nature of your career now, having a LinkedIn profile or having even a personal website. There's lots of different things out there, your Twitter, your whatever. All of that is part of what's kind of being called your online presence. So that's something, if you don't know if you have an online presence, well, you probably do. It's time to just be thoughtful and intentional about it and think that employers might be looking at this. And are you okay with that? So that is the first thing to keep in mind, okay? That it is digital. We've got a digital transformation on our hands here. So I have two more things that I'm going to walk you through in just a moment. So let's take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, I have two more things that you need to consider before you job search this year. And these are critical ones, okay? Stay tuned, guys. We will be right back. Hey, everyone. While the show takes a short break, I want to let you know about a book that I recently wrote. That's right, a book. It's called Career Uprising: Unlock Your Potential and Advance Your Career. And it walks you through how to bring about massive change in your career. And I'm talking about real, lasting change at the deepest levels. You'll learn more about my own career journey and the exact techniques that I have used to create my own success. So if you want to make a big move in your career, but you don't know how, or don't think that you have the courage, go to Amazon.com and purchase the book. It's called Career Uprising: Unlock Your Potential and Advance Your Career. And it's an ebook, so you'll be able to download it through the free Amazon Kindle app and start reading it instantly. And I've priced it very low cost, so you have nothing to lose. I know that you will get massive value from it. All right, let's get back to the show. And just like that, we're back. So I have two more factors that I want you to consider if you haven't job searched in a while. And I stress this because so many people that I work with, this is a really, really common characteristic amongst a lot of my clients, is that they've been out of this job search process for a while. And maybe they've been out of the workforce altogether, or even just at one employer for a really long time. So their confidence is down and they don't know what they've missed. And you don't know what you don't know sometimes, right? So that's what I'm here for, is to help fill in the gaps and kind of get you up to speed with kind of at a high level, what's changed here. So the job search we'd established is digital. It's online for sure. And it has been for a couple of years now. And two, it's social. It really is. Social media is really integrating itself into the career transition and job search process. You know, if you don't have an online presence, LinkedIn especially, you're behind. You really are. Now, not everybody in every industry has to have one, but generally speaking, for most people, I mean, that's a go-to place. It really is for employers and recruiters to kind of learn a little bit about you and take a peek before they call you, see if they want to call you, that type of thing. So this is something that can really work to your advantage if you embrace it. All right. If you're willing to put a little bit of time and effort into it, but it's not just LinkedIn. Even Google, Facebook have joined the job search arena, and they're even launching their own job posting tools. You can post a job now on Facebook and Google. It's crazy how this is really, I mean, it's a big industry. It's a big thing. And everyone kind of wants to get in on it because we all know so much of the job search process is going online and it's going social. All right. So you really should operate under the assumption, whether it's true or not, it's just a good idea to operate under the assumption that employers can see your social media presence. And in most cases, they can, unless you have like super strict privacy settings, they can see enough oftentimes to make a judgment. And they're probably going to. I mean, it's human nature, right? Like it or not, people make judgments on things that they see. And I don't want you to be anybody that you're not. I just want you to be thoughtful and intentional about what you put out there. That's all I'm saying. But as somebody who still actively recruits, I can tell you that this is true. I don't make the rules. This is just how it is, guys, okay? Like it or not. But I would say at a minimum, you don't have to like social media, because I don't myself. I do it for my business because it does have a good purpose when used properly. I'm not saying you have to like it, but at a minimum, have a full and thoughtful LinkedIn profile, one that you can use for networking and company research, and then leave out all the rest if you want. You don't have to be spread thin everywhere. But there are benefits to being on social media when it comes to your career. And if you use it properly and responsibly, then it can actually work to your benefit. All right. Social media is kind of like alcohol, you guys. Okay. You got to use it responsibly or you might regret it in the morning, but that's just kind of how life is, right? So social media for the job search can offer you visibility for one. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, you guys. Hang on one second. So there are benefits to social media when it comes to your career, but you have to use it properly and responsibly. And one of those benefits is that it offers you visibility, and visibility is so important when you're looking for work. Okay. It can allow you to stay in touch with colleagues and see what companies they move to and where they're working, and even connect with new people and find mentors in your job search. That's something that I encourage a lot of clients to do, especially if they're going through a career transition into a new field. You can use LinkedIn to find people who are in that field who can help you and advise you. So there's so many great uses for this, but you need to be strategic about it and professional, of course, right? And then the third thing that I would say is that the job search today is much more creative than it used to be. And I'll tell you what I mean by this. So we always have to stand out from the crowd, right? When we're applying for a job, that's always kind of what we're trying to do, right? Is to be seen. And a good way to do that now is to be personable, be creative, be yourself. Especially when it comes to writing your profile or writing a resume, I tell people that you don't have to prescribe to a lot of those rules, resume rules and things like that. I really believe that the modern resume and the modern LinkedIn profile should be much more conversational and creative and unique and have a little bit of fun with it. A unique resume really should read more like a kind of like a personal narrative than a business document. It doesn't always have to be stiff. And maybe this is good news for some people, maybe it's not. Maybe you want to be creative and lighten it up. Maybe you like, you're not really a creative writer, but either way, I think the clients who embrace this will be the most successful. And the ones who likewise kind of let go of some of those old, stale, cliched things that we used to always say on resumes, right? Those will be the most successful. So you can let a lot of that go and just show your personality. That's a good thing. You're kind of developing your style and your brand out there. And I would really encourage you to do that and be authentic, because then you're going to get hired for a job that you actually want and that you're actually aligned with. So a lot of the old stiff rules are gone. Okay. It's 2019 now. You can speak in first person, put a splash of color on your resume, share a personal fact or fun fact about yourself on your LinkedIn profile. I love these things. It just makes it more interesting to read. I really think it does. And that's what you want. You want the kind of profile or resume that people are going to want to read. So don't worry about the rules. Just worry about being you. Okay. And have a little bit of fun with it, because job searching is hard. It really, really is. So it's really important that you put some fun, some creativity into it so you can get through it and make it much more bearable. So I'm going to challenge you in 2019 to go beyond just the rules and the conventional wisdom and have a little bit of fun. Get out there, get creative, make connections, go to industry events, talk to people, see and be seen. This is where the magic happens, right? So there's 3 just kind of basic things that I hope will get you started. That the job search today is digital, it is social, and it's creative. It's about you being you and putting yourself out there that this is what I do. These are the problems I've solved. This is my style. And believe me, people will resonate with that. So before we wrap up too, I want to share one other kind of little thing that's coming up that I'm really, really excited about here on Inflow Radio. So if you're listening pretty close to real time here, on January 9th, I'm actually, just a couple days after this show airs, I'm actually going to be doing a guest interview on another show on the network. I'm really excited. So the show is called Blissful Quests, and it's hosted by my friend Doyle Ward. I'm such a Doyle fan. He's such a great guy. He's a medium and an intuitive and a very, very good one at that. And his show is awesome. I consider myself one of his followers. I'm a fan of his. So I'm really touched that he asked me to be on his show. And so what it's going to be about is intuition and your career. And I thought this was a really intriguing topic. So I'm really excited. So we're going to be talking about how to leverage your personal intuition in your career to get the advantage, to get better results, to make a big move and take a risk a little bit, or just get clarity on your path and know how to get unstuck and what the right career is for you. So if that is something that appeals to you, then I would encourage you to call in. Doyle's show is live, so you'll be able to call in and talk to both Doyle and me. So this is happening Wednesday, January 9th at 2 p.m. here on Inflow Radio. I hope you will check that out. It's going to be awesome. Doyle is so cool. I think we'll be a good duo on that show. But anyway, welcome to 2019. I hope this helped you. That is it for episode 35. There is so much more in store on this podcast. So keep listening. I'm so glad you found me. And if you like what you hear, you can always consider working with me, and I would love to help you take your career to the next level. My website is worksmartcounseling.com. I have a couple really good programs around coaching, resume writing, career transitions, whatever you need. And I have my new book out there. So if that's a good starting point for you and you want to kind of learn a little bit more about me and my style and my message, go to Amazon and get that ebook and tell me what you think. I would love that. But until next time, I hope you guys have had a wonderful new year, and I will be back next week with another fresh topic. Thanks, guys. That's it for today's show. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what you heard today, please consider giving the show a positive review on iTunes. It would mean a lot to me, and it would help to spread the word so that others can learn about the show. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you again next time on Career Uprising.
This show is brought to you by InflowRadio.com, the best curated talk radio network for personal development, wellness, spirituality, and conscious business.